What if the thing your dog needs most from you has nothing to do with walks or food or toys or training? What if it is something so simple that when you hear it, your first instinct is going to be, that cannot be it? And what if you have been missing it every single day, not because you are a bad owner, but because nobody ever told you it was happening? Here is the uncomfortable truth. Most dogs live their entire lives trying to communicate something specific to the person they love most. And most owners go their entire lives never fully receiving the message. Not because they do not care, because nobody ever explained what the message actually looks like. By the end of this video, that changes. Stay with me, because what is coming up at number 4 is the one that hits hardest. And most people who watch this tell us they had no idea they were doing it wrong. 1. Stop staring your dog down when they do something wrong. You know this moment. Your dog has done something, chewed something, knocked something over, taken something they should not have. You catch them, you turn around, and without thinking, you fix them with a long, firm, unblinking stare, and you say their name in that tone. You think you are communicating disappointment. Your dog is having a completely different experience. In canine social language, a sustained, direct, hard stare is not correction. It is a threat display. It is the same signal a dominant animal uses to initiate a confrontation. Your dog's nervous system does not process it as, my owner is disappointed in me. It processes it as, something dangerous is about to happen. The freeze you sometimes see, the dog going completely still, head low, eyes looking up. That is not guilt. Researchers have documented this extensively. That is appeasement behavior. That is your dog doing everything in their body language vocabulary to say, please do not escalate this. I am not a threat. I am trying to make this stop. And here is what that does over time. Research published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior has shown that dogs subjected to frequent aversive or confrontational interactions with their owners, even unintentional ones, showed significantly higher baseline anxiety levels and were less likely to approach their owner voluntarily in neutral situations. They are not scared of you exactly. They are just never fully sure what version of you they are getting. The fix is not complicated. Redirect instead of stare. Move calmly instead of loom. Use your voice to interrupt the behavior, not your eyes to challenge the animal. Because the dog you want, the one that is relaxed around you, that chooses to be near you, that trusts you completely, cannot exist if part of them is always calculating whether your next eye contact is safe. 2. When they come to check on you, let them finish. This one sounds small. It is not small. Your dog walks over to you when you are sitting quietly. They approach. They sniff your hand. They push their nose briefly against your arm or your face. They are gathering information, checking your chemistry, running a quiet assessment of how you are doing. And most owners, in that moment, immediately reach out and start petting them. It feels like the natural response. It feels like connection. But from your dog's perspective, you have just interrupted a sentence they were in the middle of saying. Dogs assess the people they are bonded to through scent and physical proximity in a way that is far more detailed than most owners realize. Your body chemistry tells them things your face never could, whether you are stressed, unwell, emotionally dysregulated, or fine. That check-in is deliberate. It is purposeful. It is your dog doing something genuinely important to them. When you immediately convert that moment into a petting session, you shift the dynamic. You make it about your need to touch them rather than their need to assess you. Try something different. The next time your dog comes over and initiates this kind of quiet check-in, keep your hands still. Let them finish. Let them take whatever time they need. And only after they have completed what they came to do, if they settle against you, or look up at you, or simply stand there satisfied, then respond. the difference in what you will feel from your dog in those moments is remarkable. Because you finally let them complete the thing they came to do. And a dog who is allowed to finish their sentences eventually starts saying more of them. 3. Let them know something difficult is coming. Here is something we do to dogs every single day that we would never do to another person we cared about. We change their world without warning. New baby arriving, moving house, a family member leaving, a new pet arriving, surgery, a period of your life where your schedule changes completely, a holiday where someone else will be caring for them. To you, these things come with context, with mental preparation, with time to adjust. To your dog, they simply happen. One day the world is one thing, the next day it is something else, and they have no framework to explain the shift, no language to ask what is happening, and no way to know whether the change is permanent or temporary. A study from researchers at Stockholm University found that dogs experience significantly higher cortisol levels during periods of household disruption, and that the stress response was notably more severe when the disruption was sudden rather than gradual. You cannot explain a house move to your dog in words, but you can change how you behave in the weeks before it. You can take them to the new home before you move. You can let them explore the change at their own pace. You can maintain the parts of your routine that are most anchored to their sense of safety during a period when other things are shifting. What you should not do is what most owners do, which is nothing, because they assume their dog will just adjust. Sometimes they do adjust, but the cost of that adjustment, the anxiety, the disruption to sleep, the stress hormones that stay elevated for weeks, is real, and it is invisible to the people who caused it. Your dog has been waiting their whole life for you to understand that change is not neutral for them. Even a small gesture, staying consistent in the things that matter most when everything else is in flux, is a form of care that reaches them in ways nothing else can. 4. Let them say no. This is the one. Your dog has a vocabulary, a real one, not words, body language, posture, movement, micro-signals that are documented and consistent and meaningful. And within that vocabulary, they have a clear way of saying, "Not right now. I do not want this. Please stop." The head turning away, the lip lick, the slight lean back, the yawn at an unexpected moment, the body that goes still instead of soft. These are not random, these are sentences. And most owners do not just miss them, they actively override them. The child who wants to hug the dog and the dog whose whole body is communicating, "No, please," and the owner who says, "Go ahead, he loves it." The grooming session where the dog is giving every signal of discomfort and the owner who keeps going because it needs to be done. The stranger who reaches for the dog's head and the owner who says, "Sorry, he is shy," but does not step in. Every time this happens, your dog learns something. Their communication does not work. The signals they send do not produce results. And over time, a dog who has learned their signals do not work stops sending them clearly. Research from the University of Bristol's School of Veterinary Sciences found that dogs with more autonomy over physical interactions showed fewer anxiety behaviors and formed stronger voluntary bonds with their handlers than dogs in interactions controlled entirely by the human. Less control from you, more trust from them. This is the thing your dog has been waiting for their entire life. Not for you to be perfect, not for you to be trained or knowledgeable or to use the right commands. For you to listen when they speak. For you to hear a no and honor it. Because a dog who trusts that their no will be respected does not need to escalate, does not need to growl or snap or shut down entirely. They can communicate quietly in the earliest, softest signal and know it will land. That is not a dog who is being managed. That is a dog who feels safe enough to tell you the truth. 5. Be the same person every day. Not perfect, the same. Your dog does not need you to be endlessly patient. They do not need you to never have a bad day, or to always be available, or to provide constant stimulation and engagement. What they need is to be able to predict you. Research into canine stress and owner behavior has consistently found that unpredictability in the primary owner, not harshness, not neglect, but simple inconsistency, is among the strongest predictors of chronic anxiety in domestic dogs. An owner who is warm one day and distracted the next, who plays enthusiastically on the weekend and ignores them during the week, who sets rules that shift depending on their mood. To a dog, that unpredictability is exhausting because they cannot map you. And if they cannot map you, they cannot relax around you. Not fully, not in the way that lets them be the dog they are trying to be. The version of your dog you most want to see, loose, present, open, trusting, can only exist when their nervous system has decided it is safe to drop the monitoring. And monitoring only stops when the person being monitored has become predictable enough to trust. You do not need to be an extraordinary owner. You need to be a consistent one. Show up the same way, most of the time, in the moments that matter to them. Feed them around the same time. Walk them with the same patience. Respond to their signals with the same attention, regardless of how your day went. Your dog has been waiting their whole life for the version of you that is always the version you are. Not the best version, just the reliable one. If this video gave you something, a new way of seeing your dog, or a moment that made you stop and think, then do one thing before you leave. Hit like. Drop a comment telling us which of the 5 you are going to change first. And subscribe so you do not miss what we are putting out next. Because the more you understand your dog, the better life gets for both of you. And that is always worth showing up for.